Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have something very special. For me, at least, very important for me. It's another milestone reached with my business. In this case, we're talking about MiniScent.ca. This is a very special one for me, and it happened overnight. Today I woke up and this is what I saw. It's not supposed to be something too crazy, but it's something I wanted to achieve for a while. And in this case, it's an 8 milliliter decant of Dior Sauvage EDT. Now, what's special about this specific order? I'm not gonna give you the details of who ordered, just in case they want their privacy being protected. By the way, you can see my hair is a little bit different than some of the days. That's because I just came back from class. It was a heavy day and you have your hat on all day, but this is what I usually look like when I go to class. A little bit more diplomatic, I hope. In any case, why is this specific 8 milliliter decant so important? It is not because it's from Dior Sauvage EDT. I mean, Dior Sauvage EDT or the Toilette is probably in my top 3 most sold items in MiniScent.ca. This specific one is so important because it's the first time I have to buy a whole nother bottle to fulfill it. But yeah, I try to give the best quality, so a whole new bottle for this. And I'll be opening this up. I'm gonna be explaining a little issue that I've been encountering ever since I introduced these decants over here, the 5 milliliter decants. Also a little issue that happened over the last few days with the website. Just a quick update of how things are going currently with MiniScent.ca while I pack this order up. I think it would be nice for you to see how I pack your orders, how I actually decant this scent, and let's get into it. So where do I start? I think I start from the beginning. By the way, if you have never seen a box of Dior Sauvage, here it is. Here's how it looks. I mean, in its time, it was really nice. It's still really nice. It's now kind of just the same after so many times seeing it. Let's open it up. You always get this little design in the inside. And that is how a 100 ml bottle of Dior Sauvage EDT looks like. It has this design, same in the middle. Dior design in the bottle, same as this part. It's a magnetic cap, which is always very nice. I hope to one day have magnetic caps in my own fragrances, because this is a truly nice addition. This bottle design in specific is a classic by now. It's a very slick design, very beautiful design, honestly. It's just well made, very well made, good quality. And the atomizer, it is pressurized. And oh my god, does this smell amazing. It's a monster of a blend. When you have a scent that has this much success, love it or hate it, you have to respect it, because that amount of success doesn't come from nothing. I probably talked more about other perfume though. This is my cute 60 milliliter bottle. I like other perfume better, but all the Toilette is amazing still. Always amazing to smell it. Now let's get to decanting while I tell you what's been going on. So let me start at the beginning then. So the problem stems from this little bottles, my 5 milliliter decants. As you can see, this has fragrance on it because I use them. I use them a lot. I have a lot all around the house. I take them with me everywhere because it's, for me, the most efficient way to put perfume on. If I just want the opening notes again for a specific scenario, I just pop it open, spray it on, and that's it. Wow, that's good advertisement. But yeah, I used to use this a lot for myself, and then a friend of mine told me, oh, you should offer all of those fragrances plus your fragrances on this format as well. And I managed to get a supplier, and now these are in. You can get them in MiniScent.ca, and you can also get decants of my own fragrances on Irontriad. The reason why I bring these ones up is as much of a blessing as these have been for me and for my business, these have also been a little bit of a curse. And I'll tell you why. This, if you haven't seen them before, these are bubble mailers. And this is what I put the fragrances on, the decants, of course. I seal it up and I sell it like this. I send it like this instead of another type of package. First of all, because bubble mailers are amazing at protecting. I haven't had a single issue. I hope I never have a single issue with them, because I have tons of them. And they have been just amazing so far. The most beautiful thing about this is that when I put the decant inside, this thickness is less than 20 millimeters or 2 centimeters. Why is that important, you might ask? Because of this. This over here is a stamp. And believe it or not, the hardest thing about selling decants and perfumes or tiny things in general that aren't super expensive is that the majority of your costs are going to be shipping. For reference, if your parcels are being shipped by Canada Post, which is the service that I like to use because they have the best rates for my purposes, the lowest package shipping rate that you can find is something called a flat rate box. And I know you can find cheaper if you're sending like from door to door, but then that's not efficient. I'm talking about the lowest amount of expected shipment cost that you can assume is this. Something beautiful by Canada Post, apart from their awful rates, is called a flat rate box. You build it. Let me build it real quick for you. Okay, you build it, you see this little box, it has the dimensions right there. And what this does is basically whatever you put inside, as long as it's not modifying the dimensions of this flat rate box, you're guaranteed one price. And you buy this piece of cardboard for that price, and then you just fill the information over here. And that's it, you send it. And you don't have to pay anything else. It's a flat rate box. It's amazing because it makes shipping predictable in certain ways. That's why I go with this ones. They're 18 bucks a piece. So yeah, shipping here in Canada is very much not cheap. That's 18 bucks Canadian though. And sometimes they go up, they never go down. So I show you the flat rate box. That's what all of my Irontriad fragrances come in as an outer box. You have the inner box, which is just this, where you pull it and you have your fragrance inside. So that goes inside of this flat rate box, and then that ships. The lower the shipping, the better the perceived value of the whole package. And because my business model is reliant in very small margins and very large quantities of sales, then I'm able to afford that in the long run. Right now it's very tight, but hopefully one day that will pay off. In any case, that's for the flat rate boxes. The reason I'm telling you about flat rate boxes is because these bubble mailers and this little stamp over here are able to combine and give me a shipping rate that is so much more affordable and so much better to be able to offer to my customers. My shipping costs with this method are about $3.5 to $5, coming out to regularly is 4.3 to 4.7, unless you're really far or really close. So yeah, huge difference. I'm not able to completely tank all of those costs with the bubble mailers because of the nature of the decants, where my profit margins are very, very marginal. So what happened with this? My problem is that I made the decision to introduce this without completely taking into account the maximum thickness that you're able to have for your oversized letter mail. That's how sending it in this format is called. So the dimensions of this, the dimensions of thickness of this are already 2 centimeters. And then when you put it over here is 2.2, 2.3, depending on the bubble, it can be 2.5 centimeters. And it basically doesn't go through a little sizing thing, a little opening that they have where if it passes, then that means that you're able to send it as oversized letter mail. And if it doesn't pass, then they tell you, sorry, send it as a package. And now you know the cheapest way I can send it as a package is $18. So yeah, not much of a choice there. How am I able to send this over here? The way I found is these cases come out to be $10 each, right? $9.99 Canadian each. Now, if I separate it, it's $5 and $5, right? Only the case. The fragrance is something else. Technically, this one is more expensive than this one because this has all of the internal mechanism and the spray. Realistically, it would be about 4 and 6. Doesn't matter, 5 and 5. What I was able to do in MiniScent is you buy this and the first time it costs you $10 plus whatever the fragrance costs, plus about $10 of shipping, right? $10 instead of 18, because yes, in that initial sale, I'm losing money because I'm tanking the $8 that this flat box adds, but I'm able to provide you that $10 shipping and then hopefully you come back. Now, the reason to come back is because now I can just sell this part, which is $5. Now you have this for $5 plus the fragrance, plus guess what? Now, because this does fit over here, I'm able to ship it like this. And it does pass. It's perfect. It's like 19.5 milliliters. It's perfect. Now you're able to only pay for this. And that's it. That was my solution. It was initially like a revolution in my head. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I can just separate this from the second sale onwards. And even if you just want this, you can still just get this. And obviously on my website, you get the option to just get your first sale or just this part without the case. And it takes off $5 for this part. We can throw this out. And it takes off so much from the shipping. And that's basically the only way I'm able to afford keeping this business afloat with this crazy shipping requirements. That was my first problem. And now that I'm able to solve it, now everything's stabilized. It has been a couple months where it has been good like that. People buy this the first time, they have to pay $10 of shipping. I have to pay the other $8 of shipping. I lose money on that. But in the next buy, I'm actually finally able to have that little margin of profit again, because now I don't have to tank those $8 of shipping, and my customers get the benefit of taking $5 off because they don't need this. Imagine having millions of this at home. You can just replace this. These are not case specific. You can just take one off, take the other one off. You can exchange them. It makes no difference. Some people, they have been very clever. And what they do is they say, well, I don't really need this. I'm not gonna take it outside. If you're gonna take it outside, take it traveling or anything, you absolutely need this. But if you're only just gonna have it sitting at home like this, then you don't really have a reason for this, because this is all the mechanism. This is all you need. Like, it's an amazing scent. For winter, just don't go to class with this, or your teacher might fall in love with you. Maybe that's a good thing. In any case, this work by themselves. So some people, what they do is, I don't need this one. I'm not gonna take it out of the house. I'm just gonna grab this. This is all I need. They don't have to pay the first $10 in shipping. I don't have to pay the first $8 in shipping, and we're all happy. So yeah, in the first sale, until I'm able to figure out a way to do this differently, we're both compromising, and then from there on, smooth sailing. And that's the way that my business has been able to survive this past year and a half. Now comes the problem that I encountered 2 days ago. So what happened? A few days ago, almost a week ago, I hired someone to make some changes in my website. Now this person, let's say I've never worked with them before, so I didn't really know what to expect. They had not the best reputation, but I still wanted to give them a shot. I wanted some updates on the way the products are displayed so that it's easier to just go through the process, so that you can understand better the process, because that's something I struggle a lot with, how to make processes simple for people to accomplish. So like, okay, this is the buying process, and for you to see, oh yeah, this is how I picked this option, this is how this entire thing works, basically. So gave him the task, we had the contract, everything was good, and then a couple days back he calls me. Hey, look, I did a couple of things, but I'm gonna have to put it back to how it was before, because basically it wasn't working correctly. He made some coding errors. My store runs on Shopify. I don't know why he was messing with the code part of it, and I couldn't even see any changes on Liquid. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I have no idea how he was doing what he was doing. I think I just gave him a little bit too much freedom. I said, well, maybe I don't necessarily know what the best way of doing this process is, so I'll just let him do his thing. I'll get off his ass. I'll try to show him that I do trust him to do this job for me correctly. I told him to basically put everything back to the way it was, so that everything could work normally again in the website. He did. I checked. He had everything was good, but I committed the mistake of not checking every single product. Yesterday night I had received some other offers. Among those I had received this one, the Dior Sauvage one. And something didn't look right when I saw the picture. As soon as I saw the picture, it always shows, for example, if you're buying the 5 milliliters, it shows this little decant. If you're buying the 2 milliliters, it shows you this cute little bottle. And if you're buying the 8 milliliters, it shows you this bottle, right? Because those are my 3 options. Well, none of those were showing, except this one, the 5 milliliters, right? This is how my website looks. This is how the product looked. Now, you might not see a very big problem over there. You might think, oh, that's fine, he just forgot to put back the old art, or okay, he did a little bit of a bad thing, he didn't complete it. But that's not a big deal as long as he delivers by the time he has to deliver. It's a big problem on my side because I didn't check all of the products. I thought, yeah, this person is gonna be able to do it fine. I got a little bit carried away by my bias of this person because I know this person physically. I just thought, okay, they're gonna put good effort for me. This is something that I don't have to stress a lot about. I'm just gonna focus on school. I'm gonna let him do his thing, and that's gonna be that. But I see another problem. I see now a problem where a few people bought their products and maybe they knew exactly what they were getting. Maybe they saw my videos and that's okay. But what if they didn't? What if all they saw was this? And yeah, you only get a picture of this, but you don't get any pictures of the decant. And when you click on 5 milliliters, the only picture of the decant anywhere is this. So what is anyone who hasn't seen my videos gonna think? Oh, I'm getting this, but in 8 milliliters. I'm getting this entire thing in 8 milliliters for the price that I'm seeing there. That creates a very big problem. Because if I just send this and I hadn't seen that, and I just carry on with the process as usual, the consumer could grab it, open it, and see, oh, yes, it's 8 milliliters, is what I paid for, but it isn't the presentation I was expecting it to be. That makes that person now not trust MiniScent.ca. Even if they call me and I'm like, oh, I see the error, I'm so sorry, I'll send this one to you. Even if I try to make it up, that trust, that initial trust that you're putting on this business, this small business specifically, you're saying, hey, I'm helping you out, but I'm giving you my trust. And if you do something that I'm not expecting, that's gonna damage that trust. Even if you try to make it up, that's not how it works. That person has lost even a little bit of trust on you, and that is very, very, very hard to gain back. It would have to be years or months or several orders afterwards that they're like, oh, that was just a one-time thing, they're not gonna do anything sketchy in the future. So that's why it pisses me off. I'm more pissed on myself that I could have checked, very easily could have put apart 2 or 3 hours of my time and checked every single product, not to babysit him, but just to make sure, like maybe he made a mistake, an honest mistake, just to make sure. I talked to him this morning. It wasn't a mistake, it was just quick fix. Just in the meantime, he didn't even bother to tell me. So yeah, I'm pissed at him, but I'm more pissed on myself that I didn't check that, because that's important for me. In any case, that taught me something very important, and I wanted to make sure that I shared this with you guys, because I don't only talk to you about fragrances because I love fragrances and scents are a part of me, and I'm very emotional about fragrances sometimes if they take me back in memories. I have what I call my nostalgic nose, etc. No, it's with you, even though I don't have many videos and I don't have many followers, the few people that do follow me, the few people that do see me, the few people that comment, it makes all the difference in my day. When I see a comment from you guys, being from whatever it is, if it's, oh, give me the batch code for this, or oh my god, good content, or terrible content, that's fair too, but that's important for me. This interaction that I have with people online about a passion of mine and about my business. And now that taught me something very important. Hold on, let me see if I can show you this. That's how I measure and do this. So if you can see the little bit. I put it a little bit past 8 milliliters because I know this little bump is compensated by this bump over here. But even though there's no air bubbles in there, I just feel like it's better to air in the plus side than in the minus side. This just makes it a very consistent process. So continuing, it taught me something very important, very, very important. And that is that, yes, if you want something well done, do it yourself. But not only that, you've probably heard this before. I've heard it many times through my entire life. And I don't think I never quite understood what it meant until now. And that is, no one, and I mean no one, is going to care about your business as much as you do. That's what it taught me. It's true. No one's gonna care about your business the way you do. It's your baby. It's your customers. It's your effort, your reputation, your business. And for others, it's just gonna be that. Another project, another paycheck, another easy cash. You want something done well, do it yourself. And if you can't, then just keep in mind that no one's gonna care for your business as much as you do. All right, now that philosophy and everything is almost ready, this is almost done. I'm gonna put the information here, put the stamp there, and before that I always put a card, a thank you card, just by thank you very much for trusting in me. And don't worry, if you're one of the people that bought within these times, even if you weren't necessarily misled, even if you knew exactly what you were buying, I'm still gonna include a coupon code, and I'm not gonna show it here for obvious reasons, but only you can redeem that coupon code. To get yourself a case like this for free. I'll see the code, and don't worry, even if you're not buying with the same MiniScent.ca account, even if you're buying from your cousin's account or whatever you want, I'll know because that coupon is being redeemed, and I'll just send it right away with you. And you can tell me, hey, I was the one who redeemed this code. Can you please give it to me in black? Or can you please give it to me in silver, blue, gold? I even have pink now, so if that's what you're after. And I'll send it to you. So if you receive the code, you just redeem it, you get this one for free. And I'm sorry if there was a misunderstanding. So if you receive a package like this, don't be like, oh my god, is this a bomb or something? No, it's just this inside of this. But from here on out, don't worry. MiniScent.ca is just the way it needs to be right now. I fixed all of the problems. It was very serious, so I fixed it overnight. Maybe I'll make the designs prettier in the coming days. About the process part, I'm going to try to find another way to maybe learn how to do it myself, or just have someone who is a little bit more reputable do it for me, because I don't want to mess it up. Because if I mess it up, everything's gonna go to crap. So for everybody's information, the art on all of the designs and all of the pictures is back to normal. You'll see the picture of exactly what you're gonna get. I think I covered everything. This is going to be a longer video, but I really wanted to make sure I went over this as quickly as possible. Maybe the editing for this video is gonna be minimal because I want to get it as fast as possible. I don't want to take even one day editing it. This has to be out today. And yeah, thank you very much for all of the people who have supported me. Thank you very much for everybody who has put their trust on me with Irontriad and MiniScent.ca. It means a lot to me because this journey began a long time ago, but then the serious part of it began not so long ago, and it has been a roller coaster, but all of the good sides have been because of you. So again, I'm very grateful for all of your orders. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.